Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. We have here a 2005 Ford F-150 with a 4.6 liter Triton motor V8. So the story behind this vehicle is that the previous owner who had it sold it to a junkyard, to a guy that I knew, sold it as a running vehicle. The reason why the guy sold it, because the guy had so many DUIs that he couldn't drive anymore for at least a very long time. The owner of the junkyard that I know had it sitting for a year at his place, could not sell it. I needed a different work truck, so I ended up buying it from him for only $1,800. Do keep in mind that this vehicle does have over 300,000 miles. We don't know if it's the original transmission or in the original engine. It could be. It does look like the original, but I just don't know. But the condition of this thing is actually great. There is not one speck of rust underneath. This vehicle was well maintained from the previous owner, besides a couple of dings in the body panels, and that's basically it. Alright, so let's get started on this vehicle and show you all the rundown on this and what we got going on. Alright, as you can tell, this is the passenger side door of this vehicle. This is another issue. Issue is that this door does not open from the outside, but opens straight from the inside. If you use the actual key, it will open the door automatically. It's weird. If it's locked or unlocked from the outside, you can't open it without the key. But everything's perfect here. It has more scratches than anything. A couple of chips of paint fade, as you can see, like right here. Stuff like this is normal. The bed's in perfectly great shape. It has the Ford bed liner already in here. As you can see, it does say Ford. The glass is not cracked or anything on the back. It was perfectly clean. It needs to be washed again. It has the original mirrors. They're not damaged or cracked. The windshield's not cracked. Windshield wipers do work. The jets work. Spits water out like it should. Here's the emblem of the Ford F-150 XL Triton. I did order in at 10. It's on the way. I am looking for another white fender for this truck, but since it's only compatible with years 2004 to 08, it's not very common to find these trucks with these years. And if you do, they're all beat up to hell, and it's hard to find a white fender. I'm not paying almost $200 for a used fender when they cost about that much brand new, which is totally insane in price. Here's the tires. These tires are in great shape. The tire size on this vehicle are 235/70R17s. These are the original Ford rims, and with the cap. You see, it does have some damage here, like somebody hit it. I was going to try to bend this back out. It's probably going to be impossible, but since it's flat surface on the other side, I probably can. The headlights looks like it's been taped and damaged. I have new black tinted ones coming. That's why I need to get another one of these to make it where it holds in here, and the brackets are broke, the seals are wore out. It does have the original Ford emblem. The other headlight's intact perfectly. It does have a light on the bottom, which I don't know if it's hooked up. I didn't find any switch. Here's the other Ford emblem. The only downfall with this door is there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the seal down here is a little, that's actually the other side. The seal's a little wore out. It's a little wore out up here. It's a little cracked here. It does not leak, but it leaks up here a teeny bit. I do need to get new seals for it. Here's the gas door. It does have a really nice gas cap. Has a big dent here, which is possible to pull out. Bumper's in great shape. The tailgate's a little worn due to paint fade. It can be repainted, but no other damage. Now, this is the inside of this vehicle. These are manual window crank windows with automatic locks. There's no buttons to unlock this. It locks automatically when you start it and when it puts it in the gear. This needs to be replaced because the clips are broke, but has upgraded speakers. I'm not a fan of these seats because I'm in Florida, and these seats will get hot and they will burn your ass off, burn your thighs and everything if you're wearing shorts. The windows are a little faded due to how old the tint is. The tint's a little purple. This is the old style seat belts. I did find seat belt covers for this and everything. They've got the 2 half doors in the rear. As you can tell, there's no back seat. It's just the standard work truck is all I need. It's all I use it for. The common issue with these is the dashboards get cracked. The dashboard is pretty cracked up here in the center pretty bad. That's about it. But I did get a dash mat for it to fit it, and it works perfectly fine. I do got a windshield strip coming, and I'm actually surprised this windshield's not busted at all. Just got a small crack right here, which is nothing to worry about. The AC and the heater works in this vehicle. Everything works. This is the voltage when it's off. The same for this side. The door, it does open. And this comes off the seat, so the actual cushion's bad. I can get another seat or just get another cushion for it, which I'm not going to worry about. It's just a work truck, so I'll just get seat covers and call it a day. We're going to show y'all the actual mileage on this, so y'all know. It may not say when me. I don't know if. Hold on. As you can see, we have over 300,000 miles on this thing. She does have a 25-gallon tank, 25.6, but the gas mileage does suck. But it's not bad. Not as bad as the Dodge Dakota was. Nothing's cracked here. The horns work. AC works. The only thing that doesn't work is just this cigarette lighter here, which I heard is a common issue to go bad. The other problem is that the brake light switch, the brake light only flickers when I apply the brake, then the light just all of a sudden disappears. But that's about it. The emergency brake works and everything like that. I just heard something fall. What are the odds? Guess I left a wrench in there. My 22 millimeter. I was looking for that. If you're wondering how to open this one, there's a latch here. You just have to push it in all the way. Open it. And this is the 4.6 V8 Triton. This is what the condition of this motor looks like. I did give this thing a fresh oil change because it said the last time the oil was changed was in 2023. I asked the guy at the junkyard that I know, how long has he had this vehicle sitting here? He said since last July. I changed the oil with the recommended oil, which was the 5W20. I put in it full synthetic for high mileage, and the oil was blacker than hell. It wasn't burnt, but it was black. I changed it. The vehicle seems to run happier. I had to change oxygen sensors because they were the only thing that was pulling up a code for being bad. The vehicle was shuddering, at idle, but was never stalling. The guy at the junkyard said that the vehicle would stall, but it would always start back up, but it never misbehaved like that for me. Besides, it would shudder, act like it was going to stall. But the only thing I did to solve that problem is I changed the passenger downstream oxygen sensor because it was bad, and I changed the driver's side upstream oxygen sensor, and now she runs perfectly fine with no problems. The air filter had to be changed. I cleaned out the throttle body. Always be sure to clean out the throttle body before you do any high cost any other repairs, because the throttle bodies are really sensitive. If you get too much carbon buildup, it will run like crap. And mine had a little bit of carbon in the bottom and around the edges of the butterfly. I cleaned it out. New air filter, new oil change, new sensors on the oxygen, and that's all I had to do. I put extra coolant in there because I didn't really need it, but I did anyway. And she runs terrifically fine with no problem. She ships good and everything. And And if you're wondering about these air filters, they're in here. It kind of looks like shit, like a round cone. They're 30 to 50 bucks at the store. I got it off eBay for like maybe 10, 16 bucks. But if your vehicle is shuttering, always check the throttle body first before you do anything. And if that's your problem, then you're all set. Alright, well, this is the review of the 2005 Ford F-150. Hope this video helps, and y'all have a great one.